in your heart of hearts think that Neville is still alive?
Frankly, then, I do not.
You think he is dead?
I do.
Murdered?
I don't see that. Perhaps.
Mystery is made possible by a grant from Mobile Corporation.
Good evening, I'm Vincent Price. Tonight, Sherlock Holmes invades London's dangerous underworld to track down the man with the twisted lip. As our story begins, Watson is asked to locate a Mr. Isa Whitney, an old friend who occasionally disappears on overnight binges. Whitney is an opium addict. In college, he had laced his pipe tobacco with laudanum, a tincture of opium, in an effort to reproduce the reveries he'd read about in De Quincey and Coleridge. And like those earlier writers, he'd found that the practice was easier to start than to stop. During Holmes's time, many of London's fashionable set were hooked on opium as a result of having been treated with laudanum by their physicians. And while they could still legally buy laudanum at the local pharmacists, quite a few would search for greater strengths and increased dosages of the drug only available in the dangerous opium dens of the city's oriental quarter known as Limehouse. One travel guide, written as late as 1957, describes the Limehouse as an area hardly suitable for unaccompanied tourists. Opium dens exist despite the vigilance of the police, but it is not wise for the visitor to see these establishments from the inside. And the same warning would apply in the 1890s, when tonight's story takes place. Tonight's episode is not the first time that Holmes has been able to fool even his best friend with his intricate disguises. In The Final Problem, Holmes's impersonation of an Italian priest was so convincing that Watson failed to see through it. And 3 years later, after his struggle with Moriarty at Reichenbach Falls, Holmes returned to London as an elderly deformed bookseller. Again, the good doctor was fooled. Holmes's wardrobe for these disguises must have been very extensive, for we are told that he had at least 5 small refuges in different parts of London where he could pop in and change his costumes and his makeup completely. Conan Doyle got the idea for Holmes's disguises from the first chief of the French Sûreté, Eugène Vidocq. Vidocq was famous for being able to transform himself to suit any occasion. At times he would add several inches to his height or stain his face with walnut liquor to change his complexion. He could also manufacture false blisters and create leg iron marks on his shins if necessary. Next time, Holmes tries to unravel the puzzle of a sinister kidnapping in The Adventure of the Priory School. Until then, for Mystery, I'm Vincent Price. Good night.
Commentary is made possible by a grant from Mobile Corporation.
The Return of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is published by Viking Penguin and is available in bookstores and libraries nationwide.